Good morning. So this is March the 12th, 2023. I haven't been on here since February. I hadn't, felt the need to update because I used to spend a whole lot of time on Facebook. I don't anymore. I do spend a lot of time on Twitter updating my journey from day to day, and I do it on Snapchat. I used to do a lot of it on IG, and I don't do it on IG anymore because um it's just different. But anyway, I won't go into that nutshell. I'll tell y'all about it one day. I'll make a video. But anyway, because I don't have much time on YouTube. It's the stuff that I do, I don't really, it doesn't, I don't know how I want to say it. But anyway, let's move on. So I started doing YouTube back when we were in the pandemic. I mean, really just talking about my journey being a nurse assistant. I've been a nurse assistant for 27 years. So this summer is coming up approaching my 28th year, but altogether I've been in the business for 30 years. So I know the insides and outsides of this game. I'm currently in the old city, which is Oklahoma. And the thing about Oklahoma, me, born and raised, Boomer Sooner, I'm a Okie. I've been in the nursing game, like I say, for 30 years. So a lot of the jobs, in nursing is kind of you're not in one place doing the same thing. You're all over. And some of these places I've worked at 2 or 3 times, maybe even 5 or more. I don't know, because that's just how it is in nursing. So now that I'm older, it's like when I go out and I work a supplemental staffing through an agency, 9 times out of 10, they're sending me to a place that I've worked at some point in my career. I've been there. If it wasn't, when I was younger, I worked there and it changed hands. They sold the company. It's called something else now, or it might be the same company. So the nursing world in the city, if you've been in as long as I've been, and Oklahoma's kind of small. It's small, so everybody knows people. So there are people that know me, okay? So therefore, if it's somebody else that doesn't really like me, or purposely, because you have bullies and you have nurses that have authorities, and when you go out through agency, they can say whether or not they want this particular aide to come back, and it can be all personal. It cannot necessarily have anything to do with their job. It just can be personal. They don't like them, they counsel. And yes, I am a person that will counsel. In my younger days, I was a person like, hey, I'd know cold show in a minute. You know what I mean? But now that I'm older, I kind of see things differently. Um, everybody in life has choices. You have a choice where you want to work, and what you can handle and what you can't handle. Okay. So there is no need of me being scared. Because if it's a situation that I can't handle, I'm going to tell you I can't handle this. So I'm going to cancel this shift. This job, because every job and everything is not for everybody. So you just need to be upfront with people and let them know, hey, I worked here, or I can't work here. This is too unprofessional. Y'all working too shorthanded, and I just can't do it. I can't do it, because you don't want to get into a situation where you have to walk out of a facility. And I know people that have walked out of facilities, but I ain't going to do that. I will finish the shift and I won't come back. That's me. I'll finish the shift and I will cancel everything out of the shift. But you'll know about it, and I'll give you amp time about it. And even if I cancel an hour or two before the shift, you still gonna know about it. I'm not going to not show up and not let you know about it. And that's because of professionalism, which I got. Now, I didn't get into it. One of the administrators, and I'd worked with her previous, and I had to cancel a shift because I locked my keys up in the car. Typical things that happen to aides, okay? They act like aides make a whole lot of money, which they don't act like that. They know that we don't. They don't care, because you are just a number to them, okay? So she proceeds to be unprofessional to me and say some things to me that she shouldn't have said to me. And my response to her was, first of all, we're not going to do any name calling. Do not. If you don't want me to work at your facility, you have a personal problem with me, you don't like me, that's cool. Okay? But don't assault me. Okay? Because I'm a human being. Outside of being a CNA or whatever else, I'm a woman and I'm a human being. And you name calling, we just ain't gonna do. Okay? Don't tell me I'm unprofessional. Okay? Because I let you know, and the shift and the nursing home is gonna be short because I have an emergency that's going on. I mean, what am I gonna do? Leave my car with the keys locked in them? I gotta know. You know what I mean? One time I was heading to an assignment, and I look back, and I mean, women, we don't know anything about cars. I didn't have any brake lights, okay? I didn't have any brake lights, and the police stopped me and told me I didn't have any brake lights, and I had to turn around, and he followed me, and we went back and put my car back. And so I had to cancel, and they got mad about that and called me at home. So this is what, and so now they won't staff me out there, and that's fine. Because again, everybody has choices. These people do not understand that sometimes the situations that we be in is life or death, okay? Which, I mean, far as I've been working in nursing for 30 years, it's always been short. I mean, this is not a problem that's going to go away overnight. And this is not just an Oklahoma problem. This is a worldwide problem that nobody can seem to do anything about. The reason that they're short and people don't want to work for them is because they don't treat their people right. I went to a couple of their facilities. They don't have the right people working there, and they don't treat the people right. And see, when I first started, I mean, people would work with disrespect, but you have the younger generation. The younger generation is much different from me. They don't care what you paying. They're not going to take the disrespect. And that's what it comes down to. So anyhow, in a nutshell, I still do, on occasion, I work with an agency called NERSA, okay? NERSA I've been with them ever since 2021, but it has not really been full time. I think at the most on a part-time, I may make $300 or $400 a week if I'm lucky. But guaranteedly, usually it's just about $300 a week, which is fine if you got a full-time job somewhere else. I don't try to do full-time work in agency because, it's just not good. I mean, it's not guaranteed money, and they can decide that somebody else wants the shifts and boot you out or whatever else. So, with that being said, that's the way that goes. So, I'm looking to relocate. I went for a weekend for a birthday party to Dallas, Texas over the weekend, and I enjoyed it. And I got to stay in Dallas for a weekend. I've always been through Dallas, going through Louisiana, because my family's from Louisiana. So I really enjoyed myself in Dallas, Texas. I have a friend that lived here that moved back to Texas. And I'm trying to get all my irons together because I might gonna be her roommate. I've already researched jobs. I just have to research a place to stay. But it's more opportunities in nursing in Dallas, Texas, than it is in Oklahoma. Okay. So, I mean, the wages maybe $1 differences and the rent is a little bit higher. But if I do not, and I'm still trying, to successfully move up the border to an LPN is what I'm going to have to do. People try to talk against it and say no, because starting out as an LPN, I'm only going to make about $23 an hour, and that's just a couple of dollars for the headache of what I'm already making. So, yeah, but I wouldn't actually be doing the same thing. That's the whole problem, is that with my age, my years of experience. And I mean, even though it is an experience and it's some bad experiences I've experienced as being in the medical field, um, the whole purpose of being in it is because you want to care for people. You like helping people. And I mean, I wouldn't have been in this business for this long if I wasn't a caring individual and did not like helping people. I wouldn't have stayed at aid this long in spite of me having to go back to school and get my high school education. I mean, which really just passing the GED test, which really just learning math. Even still, I could have been doing something else. I mean, for these 27 years, I mean, I could have been flipping burgers. I could have been a school custodian. I could have been working at the drugstore, running a cash register. There's a lot of other jobs I could have been doing. I could have been working in childcare. There's a lot of other jobs I could have been doing. You know what I mean? If it was that I didn't have the passion for caring for people. So, my experience should speak for itself, almost 28 years. So anyway, that's the update. So the update is, there quick, I done went all around the roses. The update is that I just decided I work agency still part-time. Excuse me, y'all. And it's between, I work nurse. Oh gosh. Excuse me, the weather changed. And I got a full-time job, and I've been there, I think, about 2 months. And it's with the Company of Legends. I work with them about 2 times in my career. And I am a Monday through Friday job, which I didn't get the pay that I wanted to get, but I did get a sign-on bonus. And it's $1,000, but of course, you don't get the whole $1,000 at once. It's in increments. And I did get my first increment, and it was of $187 because I believe it was tax. It might have been $200, but it was tax. So I think the next disbursement of that money will be in 90 days. I don't understand that. It should be to each paycheck as long as you work. Because really, I believe you signed something. I don't believe they exactly just give it to you for free. I mean, if you don't stay working with them for 90 days or something, you have to pay the money back. I believe that's how it works. So, but the first I can't even talk. The first payment you don't get right away. They got to see if you're going to work. So I think it's like 30 days after you work. So anyway, that helps out a little bit. And even though my job is a little hard, it's hard because I work in an area that's kind of like, it's not nursing home, but it's like the step before you go to nursing home. You know what I'm saying? So it still falls under assisted guidelines, which still have to have a nurse. And I work with a pretty good nurse that's been in the medical field for a long time. And so I work, all my patients are women patients, and ain't none of them just really, really, really heavy. You know what I'm saying? But it does become a bit much at times for one CNA, because I'm the only CNA that work back there on 3 to 11. So anyway, but hey, I got 40 hours a week. I cannot complain about that. So really with that, I just really just need a subsidize that 40 with a little part-time, and I'm working on that. So that is my update for March 2023 on Sunday. Y'all stay blessed and wait for my next video and subscribe. Peace out.